Howdy and aloha, everybody. This is James with Monotalk. Okay, so where are we going, or where are they taking us? Right? No intro screen. I just get straight to it. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for being a part of this nuttiness that we're all going through. Look, it's crazy out there. I mean, it's fucking nuts. And it just gets worse and worse every fucking day, and I'm finding more and more information to prove that what we all should know is, and if, okay, you're being controlled, is that you're being controlled. If you think you're not, if you think you got a grasp on everything, if you think you know what the fuck you're doing or you're talking about, sorry, I didn't have my mic in front of me. But again, there's a lot of manipulation out there from the corporate elite, the 1%, sifting down through their pawns and their slaves, legislators, judiciaries, and executives. If you don't know this, then you're watching or paying attention or not doing your homework. You're not watching the right people. You're not, or the correct people that have done the research. The people that are digging deep, talking to the horse's mouth, talking to a legislator, talking to an intern at the 202 area code phone numbers like I do all the time, right, in DC. Where does this person stand on these issues, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I've spoken to doctors, I've spoken to legislators, I've spoken to fucking astronauts. And you want to get what's going on from the source, and then if it comes down to numbers, it comes down to numbers. Okay, so always keep that in mind. So where are we going and where are they taking us? Because if you believe that you have control by watching CNN, MSNBC, Fox, Al Jazeera, PBS, Democracy Now, mainstream media, New York Times, Los Angeles Times, Washington Post, Huffington Post, The Atlantic, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, NPR, the Associated Press, AP, all those writers write to keep their jobs. They do not write those articles, blogs, whatever they're doing, and they do not commentate, and all these pundits, they do what their advertisers want them to do. Whoever's influencing the narrative. And you've seen the videos. You've seen dozens, hundreds of television stations all saying the same things, it's almost like they're reading from the same playbook, the same narrative, all from the same playbook. And it's just, if you think you're in control, then be prepared, because you're not. Okay, you're not. They have spent, and this is the thing you really need to understand. There are billions of dollars, right? Billions in hiring marketing gurus, right? These are like the epsilon of advertising, impressions, branding, logos, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, to make sure that whatever message they get out to you, whatever words they use, whatever images they use, whatever their backdrop is, the lighting, everything, is to create a manipulative story to get you to move in a certain direction. It's like a commercial. You're just watching a bunch of fucking commercials. So when you're watching CNN, it's a big fucking commercial, in my opinion. If you're watching Fox, it's a big fucking commercial, in my opinion, because they're basically doing things to make sure they steer you in the direction they want you to go. Right? Where do they want you to go? Well, the results are pretty simple. And let me just see if I can get I'm going to get this up real quick and I'm going to play this. This is Redacted Tonight, and I've said this a billion times, right? RT is great. They got some good information. Yay, right? There's a lot of great people out there. You know, Lee Camp, fantastic, fantastic. But we need our own, right? Look into IMN Network, Independent Media Network, okay? William Pounds is orchestrating that. There's a few other people that are orchestrating that. And we need our own network here in the United States that shits on the United States. We should. You should be able to have within your country, without being censored, without being pulled from YouTube, without being fascistly ripped from the airways, your opinions to say the things that you need to say that could be or may be true, right? And could be means you're not spinning a narrative, you just want to raise questions. Because the goal of a voter, a U.S. voter, or the U.S. voting republic, is for us to always question the people that work for us. And who are those people? Authority. The people that we vote or put into place to direct our lives, to write laws that hopefully benefit us, which most of the times they haven't. In the past few decades, they haven't done shit. So it's important to know kind of where they're at right now and who they're really taking care of. Let me go to this clip here and I'll play it, right?
So how is our society not collapsing? How is it, why is the stock market not so low it can see up my skirt? Well, one of the reasons is that we now have a plutonomy. Citigroup analysts have used the term plutonomy to describe an economy in which the rich are the driving forces and main beneficiaries of economic growth. Basically, it only matters what the rich do, what they buy, what they invest in. You and I don't matter. We matter as much as a gnat, as much as a gnat matters to another gnat.
Yeah, there it is. So what he's basically saying is we're expendable now. We're somewhat insignificant. They don't really need to have us as consumers to produce more money. And these are a handful of people. I want you to let that sink in a little bit because this is important. You are no longer useful to the economy. What you buy and what you do doesn't mean shit anymore to these fucking people. A handful of people have so much power and wealth that they can do whatever they want to manipulate whatever they need to guide these legislators, to guide these judiciaries, to guide these executives, mayors, governors, presidents, leaders, whatever, to do what they need to do for them to make more money. That's how much influence they have. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. It's a plutocracy. Absolutely. The two-party oligarchy has absolutely and fully controlled everything. You want to keep voting for people that fucking don't give a shit about you? Keep doing it. Keep doing it. So with this being known, and what I've been trying to tell everybody for, I don't know, forever, because I started my Blog Talk Radio January 14th, January of 2014. I've been saying this forever. Get money out of politics. Give people the right to vote no matter what the fucking party line is. Why tote a party flag when you could just vote for wherever you want? Write them in. Somebody who was recently on Jimmy Dore, proved my point. Or kind of chimed in with me on that. And his name is Jesse Ventura, who I highly respect. And just want to say, Green Party, you're fucking up big, especially Howie Hawkins. Cancer of the Green Party.
And let me just give you my final question.
Sure.
I try to, I don't judge people for the way they vote. I didn't try to judge Trump voters. I try to understand them because some of them are in my own family. And we're all given horrible choices, and I bet we all wish we had better ones. And so right now it seems like the left and the right is, the left or the Democrats and the media did this ridiculous Russiagate thing for 3 years, which was a complete evidence-free conspiracy theory that red baited the president and anybody who was their enemies of the Democratic Party.
Sure.
And so it was just disgusting and despicable, right? And we were one of the shows that called that out.
Yep.
And so now with what's happening in the streets, and Trump is trying to make this all about Antifa and George Soros, and now the 75-year-old guy in Buffalo who got knocked down, he was somehow instigating that himself. And it's crazy, right? And so how do we get, and the president himself tweeted that out, and that's where they're getting it from. And it's like, so how do we get people to that? They're in their own psychotic bubbles. One people saying Russiagate, the other people saying Antifa, and somehow the cops are right, and it's just how do we? What can we do? I think we need a charismatic leader like you.
I only have one answer for you, and it's next to impossible. But it's the only way out that I know of. Are you ready, Jimmy?
Yes.
If we all got mail-in ballots, that means it's easy to write a name in.
Mm-hmm.
If enough people write my name in, then I got to do the job, don't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
There it is. So I just set up Vote Heard recently, about a week or so maybe. I've got some followers. But bingo, right? Bingo. That's it. You should not have to tote or carry or wave a party banner or be affiliated with a party to vote. It's your right to vote and to write in whoever you want. This whole nonsense of you have to stick with Biden, you have to stick with Trump. There's so many people out there. There's 33, I think now it's even more. I think it's getting close to 40% of the people out there do not want to be associated with these fucking parties. They don't. They're just sick of it. They're sick of their idiocies. They're sick of the craziest, the craziness, the lies, the deceit, the manipulation. And yes, you're being manipulated. You have to admit that first. You have to admit that, yes, I am kind of leaning towards a forced vaccine, or yeah, I'm kind of leaning towards a war because I like watching Brian Williams praising fucking war going over to Syria with those beautiful bombs going to fucking kill people. Right? You've got to know what's best for you and for your interests, of course, but the 99% are the people getting hosed. Are the people getting the disgustingly shitty end of the stick. And their voices are getting erased. Your voices are getting erased. If you're paying attention, they're getting erased. Look, I'm not going to be big. I'm going to come back later on tonight, probably. Stevie's going to be here, so I'm not going to really check it's just a quick message for everyone, and then I'm going to be off, and I'll be on later tonight. But anyway, it's real simple. He clearly states being able to vote is our right. That's what the Constitution was set up for. If anybody wants to argue about that, they're crazy. The reason why we do what we do here is because of the democracy, giving us the ability to vote for whoever we want. Ta-da. Ta-da. So it's not going to happen overnight. Of course not. The herd, it's not going to happen overnight. I'm going to basically kind of show you what I've got going on with it, and we're going to talk about it more later. But quickly for the next minute or so, and then I'm going to be gone. This is what we're doing. So VoteHerd is on. VoteHerd.org is on Twitter. I go on there and I post some good stuff. Stevie with Redneck Economics does the same thing. I throw in Jimmy Dore stuff, Kyle Kalinske stuff, Humanist Report stuff, Convo Couch stuff for sure on there. I put in the Free Thought Project. Is that what it's called? Them and a few others that are out there. Zoom Politicon I'll put on there. Jamar I'll put on there. Let the Madness Begin I want to start putting on there. There's a lot of people that have some good insight and information on what's going on. Some of them may be a little off to you or me, but do your own research and find out for yourself. So we got the Twitter page for VoteHerd.org. All right. We also have the Facebook page, right, for VoteHerd.org. Oh wait, let me go back. So here's the Facebook page. Ta-da! That's what it looks like. You recognize. In 1995, there was a big march, and they ran. I put it in black and white. Join the herd, man. Join the herd. Let me go back so you can see this one. Here's the Twitter, right? There's the Twitter, right there. A growing movement or herd of Americans that want the right to vote freely without political party affiliation. Bingo. It's just, we're fucking sick of it. I hate that fucking party because they're idiots. I hate that fucking party because they're idiots. So we need to fight for this. If we need to fight for anything right now, we need to fight for this. Because this changes everything. Everything. If there's a fucking revolution that's coming, and if you want to fucking protest, this is what you should be voting for. This is what you should be protesting for. Because this will change everything in your favor. Because like I said in the beginning, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a shit about you. And George Carlin said, it's a big club and you're not fucking in it. And they don't give a fuck about you. They don't. And they don't. And it's obvious. They never have. Right? And then, of course, I have the website right here. Ooh. Right? Big old website. And I'm starting to build that. It's not perfect. I'm just still putting it together. Stevie's doing a lot of stuff with it. She's also has it on Reddit, which, gosh, where is that? Which you can go to. Individuals in a group acting collectively without centralized direction. So you're acting collectively without somebody fucking telling you what to do, who to vote for, what issues to vote for, what they stand for. How about you vote for issues you want? How about it's time you vote for the issues and the people that stand with the issues you want completely? Right? And in here we talk about who we are, our mission, our rights. I've got some right there that all of us need and want, right? Choices. I don't know if you can see that. Hang on. Anyway, it's good, and we'll talk about this later. We're going to have a probably open to go over all this stuff and see if I need to add stuff. I'm going to ask a few people to come in and do that. I'll probably start what about 10:30, 11 Eastern Standard Time? And remember, go to Reddit too, because Stevie just created that. So it's a nonprofit, right? I just sent in my filing for the nonprofit. We're going to need donations because we're going to need to be able to stay online. We're going to need to be able to go out and talk to people. I mean, I'm 400 miles away. What am I, 300, 400 miles away from D.C.? Something like that. And I'm going to go out there. Yes, I might be wearing a hula skirt with coconut bra, but I'll be out there pushing for VoteHerd. And I recommend we all do the same thing. Anyway, listen, check all the information out. It's good to have you guys that are with my small little channel that has a few people aboard. But listen, I care. You know, my show, Montauk, is about saving the planet and all of its inhabitants. And if you have the right people that actually give a shit, we could do that. Thank you all for being here.